Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc contains topics and visuals that some viewers might find disturbing or upsetting. This includes, but is not limited to, graphic depictions of death, heavy violence, suicide, sexual themes, and psychological horror. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to all of my fellow procrastinators to another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm Edge, the ultimate cliffhanger, here as always joined by...
CPU Cyan, the ultimate TCG pocket puller.
Sorry about that. Anyways,
We're
all we
gambling today.
No, that's after the trial. So all we have to do is check her handbook and that'll clear up everything.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Where am I? What was I doing again?
Celeste,
Close my eyes and I
can you
can't
please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
It's time for the closing argument.
Alright, as usual, let me figure these ones out.
In this case, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction?
Okay, so... Wait. What
Are we
the
going?
heck?
Are we going one at a time, or?
Yeah, well, of course one at a time, but like, oh, you can go through the list. Yeah, that works better. I thought that was all. Is it just Hifumi on the far left one there?
Is it just the side
Also-
profile?
Maybe, I don't know.
Prob-
It's asking how did they convince him?
I mean, to be
What
fair,
am I
you also have to consider like the layout and how like the
Yeah.
comic is coming together.
Also, who the hell drew Hifumi like this?
What? What time do the killers call their victim to the rec room?
That was 1 a.m.
Yep. Who was
I
it the
fear
killer
for anyone-
summoned first?
I fear for anyone who, I fear for the new generation who probably don't know how to read a clock. Yasuhiro.
They knocked him out and then stuffed him in the Robo-Justice suit to falsify their evidence. After that, and then they used a certain item to... There was more?
More appeared. It's the camera.
Obviously. Act 3. What time was Taka supposed to head to the equipment room? How would he know? His watch is broken.
Yes, but his watch was broken at the time, and after he was attacked, it was fixed.
The Justice Hammer that was used to kill Taka. What number was it?
It was Justice Hammer 3. Oh wait, was it 3? Yeah,
I
it was
think
3, because 4 was used to kill people. No,
Yep.
it wasn't.
Act 4. In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. I got it. The ball!
The glass ball that broke earlier. Maybe it was the poster from Chapter 2. The fake evidence of there being a suspicious person.
What evidence was used to try and prove this person's existence?
What do you want from me?
No, I wanted you to repeat what you said. I didn't hear it.
The Justice Hammer too?
Spin! Which Justice Hammers was used in the nurse's office when Hifumi was pretending to be dead?
Justice Hammer 4.
And then, at the same time, Act 6. Hifumi used something to move Taka's body.
With the roller, the trolley, the whatever the hell.
Yep.
That thing. What is that?
And lastly, the weapon the killer used to murder Hifumi. What was it?
It was a regular hammer on the far left.
Shall we?
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice,
like that.
the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Act 2. 1 a.m.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro.
That was not a very long meeting.
The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
Taka, whose watch suddenly started working for the first time.
They called Taka to the equipment room.
Bonk.
Wait,
And that's where
he was holding
Hifumi
Justice
killed him,
Hammer 4.
making it the scene of the first murder.
No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange the events of this case. Frick. That's fine.
Yeah, because wait, we literally see him holding Justice Hammer 4. You just gotta go swap them around.
Yeah, I'm... Well, hey, at least we know how it works.
The
If we
killer
get it
is
wrong.
you!
Immediately back into the action.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Like, I knew this, I just forgot, like, my brain had to take a second for the order to line up.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell it. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
This is so goddamn complicated of a murder plot.
Yep.
Like, kudos to you. But, like, you didn't, like... The moment it becomes apparent how complicated this is and how this all is, your plan falls apart.
We fell
Like,
right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
I think a gun would have been equally effective.
yeah, like they have that.
While we did
should gain
that,
access to
we
a gun
left
later on.
Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly
We
what
should give them
Hifumi
giant
was
axe.
hoping for.
We better play
He took a
alternate
blood
Bear Girls.
packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3
I want to see that game.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Also, that timing
We
had to
left
work
the nurse's office,
flawlessly.
and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in the case. And the villain behind it all is...
Oh,
Celeste. Sorry, you lose.
It'd be such a good thumbnail if you could use it.
I mean, in theory, I can use the shot
Lost?
just before it, but
Yeah, but that final shot.
yeah.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
So you admit it.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Lundberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Diego?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Okay then. That was a long trial.
Yeah.
Ah!
Nice.
Oh, it's 101.
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Imagine if it's actually Yasuhiro, though.
The secret
If Hero
third.
actually- Yeah, he was in on it the entire time.
Guilty.
I'm guilty.
What?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg! Or more precisely, Taika Yasuhiro!
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Ifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder.
I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you use, you know?
I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice,
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What are you talking about?
just a second.
Well, at least we know Monokuma didn't have it. Don't interrupt. We're talking about alter ego right now. Shut up, Monokuma. Now's not the time.
What?
We're in the middle of a very important conversation here.
I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words,
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with.
Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
Wah!
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her.
You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
He took pictures. With the camera? With the one camera we all share. This is the only camera that's here.
Fuck!
Yeah, like, what's her plan here? They only have the one camera.
To be fair, I think Ifumi's having a bit too much of a moment right now.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a crime, an absolute crime. I mean, I knew he got a little crazy, but
Say
to have stuck in a second camera, I never would have imagined he would go that far.
It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable.
I'm gonna get cancelled on Twitter. I'm going to fridge. I will pick up the fridge and throw it at him.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please, if you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Hmm?
I know, but imagine how funny it would have been if I actually said it. In this voice, no less.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape, you don't mean.
Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
This
That
is
bastard!
unforgivable! Completely unforgivable!
Bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him can we allow him continue with these barbaric acts?
Absolutely not! How could I? She...
I swear I will
I have to save her!
Actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan.
Ah,
I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete.
what are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Fumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem.
I'm still lost. Was Mondo made of butter? Like, I'm still trying to process that. Monokuma, are you gonna do weird things to Celeste now?
No, give me a
Shaking
minute.
some
Let me
butter?
think about it.
Am I gonna have to call the police? Am I gonna have to call the fire department? I'll call them. They'll come.
Yeah,
Also,
you say
you
a
got
lot.
bit of an echo going on, and I'm not entirely sure if that's...
Is that from me or from...
Yeah, there's an echo coming from you.
Is it like an echo? Because I'm not seeing it pop up on like the mic capture on OBS.
You have like a reverb going on or whatever.
Is it just my voice sounding like this?
Yeah, I guess. Line.
God. Just... the words that are right there!
You aroused me. Wait, that's not the right word.
Okay,
I
anyways.
see.
Anyways, I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yes. And it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? You know I'm not smart enough to... Oh, okay.
Because you're stupid.
Yeah, that checks out. Baseball, huh?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though.
I feel like I could cry.
Well,
Not even the Mafia gave me this much trouble.
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that? Assuming you actually let him live.
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on.
And he really believed that?
Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was... Well, you were all... What? While you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along? But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
You just, stopped. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
Kill the stream, Celeste!
Oh, is it back now?
It's back now, but like, what happened?
Oh, well,
It's
that's a
Hifumi's
non-issue.
ghost.
Either way, that's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
And what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape.
But
But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little...
Obviously that was a lie!
Ah!
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You
I
little...
wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Castle? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is about! Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own deeds. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying, and plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared?
My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. This conscious deep deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Mary Antoinette.
hey,
You just get executed again.
Sla smiled then, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile was what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Okay then, let's get rolling! The black can disturb the peace, it must pay the price!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then... Take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Game over. Celeste has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
What's that smell? Oh?
The burning of the Versailles Witch. There you go. Is this dramatic enough of a death for you, Celeste?
Don't worry, guys. I called the fire department. They're gonna help, Celeste. This is the greatest plan.
I love the symbolism of Celeste being so, like, fake in, like, this high and mighty stuff. And her death is, like, one of the most, like, normal fucking ones of, like, a car crash. Like, getting hit by a car.
So, yeah, so the funny thing is about this is that I'm pretty sure, like, the reason she's so calm in that is that she's always, like, wanted that to be the way she goes out.
And then that's torn away by the fire truck.
Yeah, it gets torn away at the last moment by the fire truck, yeah.
Yep. It's over.
Wow.
The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point, I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't get free of their regrets from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here!
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that's reality, just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna keep making us go through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I get you to see some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey! Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Eh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What? Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well?
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely. It's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means...
Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea.
We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm gonna go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask?
As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still a risk of a spy, you know. And I'll go too.
What?
You. Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
Well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the. So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her.
I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
So then,
Well, that took a while to load. We need to get into that locker. Makoto,
Kyoko's-
you're small enough. Slams him against the locker. Not get inside.
Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw...
How's it you up there, Makoto? Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness.
I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart.
I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time.
So,
Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed.
As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second, since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me.
No, I will not get in the bath with you.
Not... Kyoko, it's not what I was asking. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school?
you.
Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However,
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now.
I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
what?
Worried?
Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too?
No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me?
Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me, too. Because we're friends.
I understand.
It's true.
Then, maybe I can friend zone you after all.
What?
Slams him into the locker. Just a little bit more. Slams him a couple more times.
Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see,
What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
well, you see, it started with her taking a shotgun out and literally blowing my mind.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back,
She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but... Could Kyoko really be right about this? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. Secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be here? Said it
Oh, I
was
see.
way in the back. But I mean, seriously? That thing, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in... Gashunk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the back wall was like a revolving door, and I made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
in the boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room.
So this is the secret room? What's in here? just another desk with normal drawers.
Oh my god, a chair.
There's a bunch of files of what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Oops, Peak Academy Student Registry. It's the only thing here not covered in dust. Someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? A strange sound rang out through my head. Felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Oh! Apparently, something hit me, and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much, at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone! The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain and my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... Huh? As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound... It's coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more.
They're fighting!
Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Okay, but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then, could it be the mastermind spy is... Chapter 3. A Next Generation Legend! Stand tall, galactic hero! The end.
Ooh.
To be continued. You received the Super Robo Justice present! And I think, with that, that's a good place to call this episode. So,
Ending early?
Not by too much, but also we did just finish up chapter 3, so it's gonna be a bit weird if we immediately go back into the next one, and like for a little bit. So I figure, good place. So, thank you all so much for watching another episode of Danganronpa. We'll see you all in the next episode. Ciao. Wait,
Johnny!
works well. Good enough.
Confusion!
Danganronpa.